Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's doing well out there. My name is Thomas Taylor III, coming to you live, from Atlanta, Lawrenceville, Georgia this morning. I'm going to try not to hold you too long. I want to just talk to you about a few things this lovely Thursday morning. What I want to talk to you about is how do we get past those traumatic situations that happen in our lives, in our past? Because we all kind of experienced something that actually was traumatic, such as, we could experience a loved one passed away or being raised by our grandparents, our biological parents wasn't in our lives, or some of us, our moms wasn't in our life, or we had a tumultuous relationship with our moms, or like myself, your father wasn't in your life. So you didn't have a man to actually kind of give you that guidance that you needed as a young man to help move you forward. Well, what I want to talk to you guys about is different levels of consciousness, right? So sometimes what we don't realize is those things impact us, right? So we have the conscious, which is what you see, what you physically are involved with. That's conscious. Then you have your subconscious, right? So what your subconscious is, so one of the first things you did this morning was, after you woke up, probably used the bathroom, you brush your teeth, right? Not even thinking about it, automatic. That's your subconscious. Then you have your super subconscious. And what that is your super subconscious is when you're sleeping, your mind is still racing. Your mind is still going. You're thinking about what you did yesterday. You're thinking about what you got to do today. You're thinking about what you got to do on the weekend. You're thinking about what happened to you last year, right? That's your super subconscious. And the reason why I kind of want to be there is because that's kind of what kind of moves us and what governs us. So when something traumatic happens in your life, right, we constantly press play, you guys. And we go over it over and over and over in our minds. And what happens is sometimes that actually gives us the illusion that that's how we should live our lives because that traumatic situation actually happened to us. What I want you to do is, what I want you to understand is those things are anchors, right? So they're kind of anchoring us. Why? Because we're constantly pressing play and rehearsing in our mind. So today, the challenge is to cut the anchor, you guys. Cut that anchor on those self-limiting beliefs of things that happened to us in the past. So I know you guys probably heard before, they tell you that, when something traumatic happened in your life, to actually write that person a letter. And some of us actually experienced that. So myself personally had a situation with my aunt, myself and my cousin when we was about 13 years old, because we grew up Jehovah's Witnesses. And my aunt told myself and my cousin some things of how it would be in the future, or things we wouldn't get a chance to experience when we got older. Well, you guys, that for me was a traumatic situation, and it kind of held me back because that was, one of my favorite aunts. And because she said it, that's how I was living my life. That's how I was governing my life. Just waiting for something not to happen because she said it wasn't going to happen, you guys. So what did I do? Yep, I wrote a letter to her. She passed away, but I wrote a letter to her to cut the anchor, to release myself from that self-limiting belief, you guys, that was holding me back from a super subconscious level. Didn't even realize it, but I kept pressing play. Right? So when you understand those things, that's one way to kind of, when you write it down, it stops moving and it stops governing your life. The other way is, you guys, for things that happened to you in the past that kind of govern your future, is make a decision. Yep, I said it. Make a decision today, actually. Make a decision just that fast. Make a decision that thing that happened to me is not going to continuously govern where I'm going. Yep, just make a decision, because when you make a decision, everything around you starts to change. So again, use myself as an example. grew up as Thomas Searles in New York, 38 years of age, to kind of condense it. I made a conscious decision, you guys, to actually change my name and my family's name. Why? Because that self-limiting belief, what I didn't realize was it was impacting my future. Right? Growing up without a father, you guys, some of you guys may know it's traumatic, but for me, it wasn't traumatic until later on. But I made a decision, you guys. I made a decision. And sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the hardest things for us to do, is to make a decision. Why? Because sometimes a decision that you know you need to make is not a popular decision. So can you withstand the ridicule? Can you withstand the people that disagree with you? Can you withstand possibly the person who may have wronged you doesn't like the decision that you made, right? Can you withstand those particular things? Because unfortunately, we take all those things into consideration for our own lives, right? Why? Because the decision that you need to make is to help better you, not them. And that's one of the reasons why they may possibly not want you to make that decision that you know you need to make, you guys. If you need help, I'm here for you. I'm here to, help you with that particular situation. But again, for myself, once I made that decision, everything changed, you guys. Changed my name, changed my family name. And then things start to happen for me, right? Created a nonprofit organization in 2012 called Growing Up Without a Father to help those men and women around the world who actually felt the same pain, the same self-limiting beliefs. I cut the anchor off of that. But it wasn't easy, you guys. And it wasn't easy, but it was necessary. So I encourage you, things that happen to you, stop pressing play. Cut the cord. Make a conscious decision, just like that, to change, to make a shift, right? In what you're currently doing to where you know you need to be, you guys. So there's people out there that's doing phenomenal things. A friend of mine, Tahir, he's actually out there doing Facebook Lives with devotions, right? I got my man, Grown Man Business, Warwick. He's doing phenomenal things because they made a decision. My man, Ryan Warwick, actually has an IT company as well as do photography. Some friends of mine in New York, the Joneses, they got kicking it with the Joneses. A friend of mine, Alicia and Todd Taylor, Black Love, Alpine and Alicia doing relationship things. So there's people out there, you guys, that I know personally. My brother Good, he does Tasty Good, he does catering, chef. My brother Pearson, actually doing shirts. So there's people out there that's making moves. Why, you guys? Those are just some of the examples. Because they made a decision. And you can too. It may not be popular. Cut the cord, right, of those self-limiting beliefs because your super subconscious is constantly going over it, right? Stop pressing play, right? Stop rehearsing that in which that happened in the past. Why? Because the greatest pull, like I said before, the greatest pull is the pull of the future, you guys. And that's how you get into a realm where you start to move to exactly where you need to be in terms of your destiny, right? Things that you know that God has placed inside of you to do. But sometimes, you guys, we don't have no help with those things that happened to us in the past. But I have confidence in you that once you make that decision, you guys, just like that, once you make that conscious decision that I'm going to change my circumstances, because we can't do nothing about the past, right? But unfortunately, sometimes our past governs our future, you guys. Hey, look, I could go on and on, but if you need some assistance, you need some coaching, please reach out. You can email me at tyd@tailoryourdreams.com. You can follow me on Facebook, Thomas Taylor III, as well as Instagram, Thomas Taylor III -- Tailor Your Dreams, as well as I have a YouTube channel, so I put all my posts on my YouTube channel. That's Thomas Taylor III. That's Taylor Your Dreams, you guys. Well, hey, I encourage you to stop allowing the past to control your future, you guys, because you can do it. So go out there and make it a great day.